And like on the MySpace page, there it says your style is progressive and something else. I was like, I was not saying like rap or stuff. Like, why didn't you want to put yourself into that genre?
Because.
All right.
It's just. I mean, it's just because maybe Haircut can answer that better.
The reason behind that is because when you put a label on music before you even hear the music, then you have preconceived notions in your head about what it should sound like, what it's supposed to sound like. So we wanted people to listen to the album without any preconceived notion of what it should sound like.
But don't you have like those things when you just put the label on with a different name? Don't you get this like kind of, because when you see that, I expect that to happen.
I mean, people are gonna always label it. You know, people are always gonna try to put a label on it and put it in some kind of box, because that's how people relate to it and understand. You know, but our objective was for people to at least come into it with an open mind before they decided what it should sound like, you know, and then hear it and then decide for yourself, you know, what kind of music it is.
Okay, for me, I was thinking that you kind of try to manipulate the listener in that way that you just have a different perspective when you go at it. I think this maybe was just.
I mean, that's exactly it.
That's good to hear. You guys all have videos out. I saw that. Except you don't have one yet. Not yet. That's what I said. But the other guys have videos out. There's a lot more. Because I saw I think was it from your side where only a trailer was on from the one. Yeah. Yeah. And how far is that video? Oh man. Because I saw the girls in it.
Yeah, we have a lot. Well, I'll just say we have a lot more videos coming soon.
How many tracks is it gonna be for videos?
We have 2 or 3 with Now On, a couple with Buff. Yeah, there's, and then probably more after that. You know, we just like shooting videos. Yeah, we have a couple Mayor Hawthorne videos. Yeah, two more Now On videos. I think 1 or 2 more Buff videos. Yeah.
Who's directing all that stuff? Are you just self-involved with that, or you just get some guys from the outside?
Jackson directed the new Buff.
Yeah, I just made my directorial debut for his video. It's going to come out probably in May for a song called Real Appeal. And then we've got another homie, this cat, Henry DeMaio, out of L.A., who directed our Willows video and also just directed a video for Mayor Hawthorne for the single. And then some other cats that shall remain nameless.
And because you guys, just like Buff said, there's not a lot of money and stuff. How do you make that work, like with videos and stuff? Or
creativity and resources and networking. That's pretty much it. Favor for a favor.
Make it happen.
And yeah, you don't really need a lot of money to make quality material. You know, that's what a lot of people don't understand. But you know, here at A-Side Worldwide, we present to you the new motto, and we make things happen.
All right. And Katie, what's your video? Your next video is gonna look like? Because you said you don't have any.
I don't even know if these cats even know though, but I mean, I've been reaching out to a lot of cats via the internet that actually been hollering at me about the album and was like, oh, it's kind of dope. Everybody's favorite song off my project to go now is a song called The Inside. So Cat approached me about doing a video for The Inside, kind of like on some abstract type stuff. So he's working on it right now. I'll probably, reveal it to it later. I don't know too much about it because I left the creativity in his hands. I just gave him my input, but look out for that. Hopefully sometime in May. Yep.
Let's talk a little bit more about you. Your name, because it's kind of interesting. 14KT. That's people you can associate it with a lot of things, like with diamonds, gold, and the jewelry and all that stuff. And with your name, and how's that story for the people out there? Because I read it already, but it's funny.
Everybody always thinks it's gold, and I kind of go off the gold reference, but it's really not about gold. If it's spelled 14, capital K, capital T, and it just came from me hooping and playing basketball in high school. Number 14 in my real, I played shooting guard in number 2 and in number 3, and my real name is Kendall Tucker. So number 14, Kendall Tucker. So, but everybody kind of called me KT, and I just put both together because 14 is my favorite number. So 14 KT just made sense. So, and that was my name. Been my name since AML first started. And that's how I came about.
I gotta go with the number 11. That's my number. And your album is mostly beats. And when we talked, for example, with Black Milk last time, he was like saying, I have to make an instrumental album, but I don't want to make it yet because I have to get a lot of cats on my records, and it's like kind of special for him. Why is it your first album or your first debut album like kind of like that?
You know what? I kind of didn't like. Black might have a different mind state or whatever. But with me, I just went off of feeling. Like when you're an artist, you just go off of feeling. And I had created a lot of music, and I actually wanted to rhyme, but I just wasn't in rhyme mode. So I just kind of went with the production mode of it. So I just, as an artist, you just go with whatever flow, how your music comes out. So I just went with how the music came out, and it came out in the instrumental way.
You used to rhyme, or you do rhyme, and you do DJing and producing. But why did you just stick to the producing part then? Like, I mean, like not because like of the album and stuff like that.
Well, number one, I love music. I mean, and any of these cats will tell you, like, if you love music, you end up doing something else, getting into something else besides one thing. You just can't do just one thing, like. Buff rhymes, but Buff is a producer in a sense because he tells me, like, I hear this. Drew DJs, producers, sings, raps. Like, if you love music, period, you just do everything. And, like, with production, that's just one thing I do, but that was just one thing I had been focusing on at the time. So, right now, so I'm just going with the flow and, like, focusing on producing and DJing right now. I still rhyme. I still got to get back into it. Ain't rhymed in a while. But with the AML album coming, it's going to be ridiculous.
Very nice to hear. How about that beat battle thing? Because I didn't hear that. I was reading up on that today. And it's kind of interesting to hear because I didn't hear anything about that in Germany. This similar that there's a similar event like that. How was that? Like, how was it for you? And how's it working actually?
Well, one, you haven't heard it in Germany, but I actually heard that they're trying to bring it out here in certain places. I heard about that while I was in it. But for me, the beat battle, I'm not a beat battle guy. I'm really not. That was like my first time really being in a beat battle. And I was like, let me try it. And then I actually ended up getting fire. I was like, okay, this is kind of dope. So it was pretty cool. It was a real great experience with the beat battle. It actually came on TV April 11th, and I think they're going to show it again on May 16th on BET. I don't know if you get BET out here in Germany, but if any of y'all can bootleg BET in any kind of way, let me know while I'm here so I can watch it. I haven't even seen it, but it actually came on. But I heard it was pretty sweet. It ended up real dope.
But how does it work? Like, I mean, like, how does it actually battle? It's different cities that they go to, and each city they pick, I think it's 16 producers from each city, and they put you in brackets. And what you do is you play a beat for about a minute. Like, one person plays a beat for a minute, the other person plays the beat for a minute, then they get a second chance and play a second beat, then the other person plays a second beat, then the crowd picks whoever wins. So they just say, does so-and-so win? If they scream the loudest, he goes on to the next round, and you just keep going until. But are those beats prepared, or you just?
Well, they tell you to bring it prepared, but I haven't seen anybody actually do it on stage, which would be dope. I don't think there's a rule saying you can't. Yeah, I don't think there's a rule saying you can't, but I mean, traditionally, I guess you just bring a CD and you just kind of play the CD on stage,